The Empire State Building is one of the most iconic buildings in New York City, standing tall at 102 stories high. Its gleaming exterior and bustling crowds hide a dark history of tragedy and terror. In 1947, the Empire State Building was the site of one of the deadliest accidents in New York City's history. It was a quiet Saturday morning in July, and people were just starting to trickle into the building for work when a plane crashed into the 79th floor of the building. The impact was catastrophic, and the plane burst into flames, killing all 3 crew members and 11 people who were in the building. The fire quickly spread, fueled by the plane's fuel and the office materials in the building. The elevators stopped working, and the stairwells were filled with smoke and flames. People were trapped in their offices, and many were forced to jump to their deaths from the high floors. It was a scene of chaos and horror that has haunted the building ever since. But the tragedy of 1947 is not the only dark chapter in the Empire State Building's history. In the decades since, there have been countless reports of strange occurrences, unexplained sightings, and eerie experiences. One of the most famous stories is the tale of the elevator operator who is said to haunt the building to this day. According to legend, the operator was a man named George who worked at the Empire State Building in the 1930s. One day, George disappeared without a trace, and he was never seen or heard from again. But some people claim that George has never really left the building. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of elevators that seem to move on their own, stopping at floors that no one has requested. Some people have even claimed to have seen the figure of a man in a uniform, who they believe is George, standing in the elevator. Others have reported strange sightings and sounds on the upper floors of the building. There are stories of ghostly apparitions, mysterious footsteps, and phantom voices. Some people say that they have felt a chill in the air, even on the warmest days, as if something supernatural is lurking in the shadows. And then there are the suicides. The Empire State Building has been the site of many suicide attempts over the years, and some of them have been successful. The most famous was the suicide of Evelyn McHale, who jumped from the 86th floor observation deck in 1947. Her body landed on a parked car, and the photograph of the scene became one of the most iconic images of the 20th century. The suicides have contributed to the building's reputation as a haunted place, and many people believe that the souls of the dead linger in the halls and stairwells of the Empire State Building. But perhaps the most chilling story of all is the one that is rarely told. It is a story of a woman who worked in the Empire State Building in the 1960s and who had a strange encounter that she never forgot. The woman, whose name has been lost to time, was working late one night on one of the upper floors of the building. She was typing away at her desk, lost in thought, when she suddenly felt a presence behind her. She turned around, expecting to see a coworker, but there was no one there. She shrugged it off and went back to work, but the feeling persisted. It was as if someone was watching her, someone who she couldn't see. Then, she heard a voice. It was a whisper, soft and insistent, and it seemed to be coming from just behind her left ear. The woman was so startled that she leaped out of her chair, knocking it over. When she turned around again, she saw that there was still no one there. But the voice continued, getting louder and more urgent. Finally, the woman couldn't take it anymore. She grabbed her things and ran out of the building, never to return. She never spoke of the incident to anyone, but rumors of a haunted office on one of the upper floors of the Empire State Building began to circulate. Some people claim that they have heard the whispering voice themselves, while others dismiss it as a mere urban legend. Regardless of the truth, the story of the haunted woman and her encounter with a ghostly presence has added another layer of terror to the already haunted history of the Empire State Building. To this day, the building remains a magnet for those who seek thrills and chills. The observation deck on the 86th floor offers stunning views of the city, but it is also a place where some people believe that they have felt the touch of the supernatural. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Empire State Building is a place where the shadows of the past linger on and the spirits of the dead seem to whisper in the wind. It is a place of beauty and terror, a testament to the human desire to reach for the skies and the darkness that lies within us all.